Zara was an ordinary girl, living a simple life, spending her days wandering through old alleyways and walking beneath the moonlight. She was cheerful, independent, and not one to hide her feelings. Maybe that's why, one evening, while she was busy working in an ancient library, her path crossed with someone strange and dangerous. The man's name was Adrian. There was something different about him. Time seemed to not affect him at all. His face, though slightly pale, held a mysterious kind of calm. His eyes, deep and unsettling, were full of a pain that Zara couldn't quite understand. The first time their eyes met, Zara felt something was off. Adrian's presence had an otherworldly aura. There was a coldness to him, but also an undeniable pull. He began visiting the library regularly, and at first, Zara thought it was just a coincidence. But slowly, Adrian became a part of her routine. There was something compelling about him, something she couldn't ignore. His conversations always left her feeling confused and curious. Then, one evening, as Zara was seated in a quiet corner, exhausted from her work, Adrian walked up to her and said, "You think about me, don't you?" Zara, startled, didn't know how to respond. What do you mean?" she stammered, unsure of his meaning. Adrian's smile was faint, but there was an intensity in his gaze. "I thought you figured it out by now." Zara, still uncertain, just shook her head. "Figured what out?" Adrian leaned in closer, his voice softer now, "That I'm not like anyone you've ever met." At that moment, Zara realized it wasn't just her imagination, there was something wrong. Adrian wasn't human. He was a vampire. Adrian's confession came not with terror, but with an aching sincerity. He had watched her, fascinated by her kindness, her warmth, her humanity. But there was more to it. His feelings were unlike any human love, this was something ancient and deep. Zara tried to understand, to process, but there was a part of her that had already begun to fall for him. She could feel it in the way her heart raced when he was near. Adrian, too, shared his story with her, how, over the centuries, he had fought the urge to feed, how he had kept his darkness hidden, until now. Zara's presence had awoken something in him, a longing that was both beautiful and terrifying. One night, as they spent time together, Zara felt the pull of the vampire's curse, a thirst that ran deeper than blood. She was drawn to Adrian in a way that felt dangerous, but also irresistible. "I love you, Zara," Adrian whispered, his voice strained, as if holding back something that might destroy them both. "And this love, it's not like anything you've ever known." Zara had to decide then, would she give in to her feelings for Adrian, knowing it would change everything about her life? Could she handle the consequences of loving a creature of the night? Or would she walk away, leaving behind the one person who seemed to truly understand her? The moment Adrian offered her his dark gift, the gift of eternal life, Zara's world tilted. She could feel her humanity slipping away, but there was also a sense of freedom, of power. This love, as twisted and impossible as it seemed, had already become a part of her. But as Adrian's world slowly pulled her in, Zara couldn't help but wonder, was it worth it? Was love, even the most dangerous and forbidden kind, truly worth the price of losing her soul?